Hi there, Cancer. This is Michelle Patterson with Angel Souls, and this is your December 2014 Angel Oracle card reading with 2015 overview. And I will be starting out with the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck by Doreen Virtue, and then I'll be moving on to the Angels of Atlantis deck by Stuart Pearce. So let's see what's going on for you guys for December. Okay. All right. First card up, we have contemplation time. All right, so spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. You're not being honest with yourselves, some of you, as far as what you deserve and what you can bring into your life, okay? So I would invite you to just take a moment right now and just try to, clear your mind, take a breath, and just think, what if I could have anything right now, what would that be? And what would it look like? All right, and really believe for a moment that you can have it. Okay, now that's for some of you. For others, this is contemplation time about, okay, I've done well in this past year. Where am I going to go now? And this is setting new intentions based on who you are now and based on your current energy. And all of your experiences have kind of led you to this point where now you get to move on being whoever you want to be. So who is that going to be, and what are you going to bring into your life? Yeah, there's potential here for great magic coming up in December. So really get honest with yourselves. What could I create now? What is next? All right, so Father Healing is coming up as the next card. It says your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. This card to me signifies a lot of different things. It could literally, for some of you, mean some father issues are coming up. You got to work through it. What were you taught from male figures? And does that still serve you? Or are you missing a father around this time? It could play out in a lot of different ways for each one of you. It's a general reading, right? This can also mean problems with authority, or it doesn't even have to be problems. It could just be, dealing with authority figures in your life and maybe setting boundaries with them, or finding a way to sort of coexist with them. All right, there could be some battle of the free wills going on. But to me, this, as soon as I pulled this up, and I know this is kind of weird, but I'm going to give it to you, it felt like male conditioning. Having a bit more compassion for yourself or any males in your life. It's quite easy for us women to go, well, it's like this, and this for us. Men have their pressures too, okay? And they have to live up to a certain expectation, or society says that they should live up to some expectation. And I'm getting a message, I think, to give some of you. What do you feel like you've had to sacrifice to, how do I want to put this, to actually be the man that everyone thinks you should be? Let's put it that way. So if you're somebody who is super successful, let's say, and you were always taught that, a man provides for his family, that's a typical societal viewpoint, right? Well, maybe you have, not spent a whole lot of time on yourself because you're working all the time, or maybe that has taken you away from your true dreams because you were going after something that just made money. There's pressure on men to look a certain way and to always be brave. And I've said this in one of my other readings, I feel bad for men because they're the ones that expected to always kill the spiders, and maybe you don't want to kill a spider. Maybe you don't like it either. So this is healing some of that too. Now, if you're a female listening to this, use this as a time to start opening up to everyone's experience, not just your own, okay? Not that you wouldn't do that anyway, but for some reason this is coming up to really heal the divine masculine within each of us, and everybody has divine feminine and divine masculine, but to also have a little more compassion for what others might be experiencing as well. Interesting message, right? Okay, now we have mother healing. What the heck? Okay, as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. This is interesting. Okay, so all the stuff I said about this, apply it to also to females. Okay, so this is just understanding people and what their struggle is, and not. Let me just get the full message. There's a lot coming in. Striking a balance between the two, right? Don't engage in power struggles if that should be something that might come up for you guys here in December. And getting these two things balanced and in harmony. Okay, so don't fight perspectives. Don't, and they're also saying this is to not overlook the element of this. For some of you, could actually mean that you are doing some healing around your mother or around your father. Okay. And yet, again, for some of you, you're healing what it means to be a parent to your children. It's a big message, but it's also very heart-centric. Okay, this is, a big thing for, I think, the Leos as well. So, oh boy, guys, this is a cool message. So stay balanced between your divine masculine and divine feminine. Start looking past the societal conditioning for females, societal conditioning for males. They're right next to one another. Okay, balance these energies within yourself. All right, cool. Watch your thoughts. It's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. Yeah, there could be, at times, especially if we're getting stressed around the holidays. Happy holidays, by the way. You start feeling insecure, and if you have actual, parental issues coming up, it could make you really feel, like we said, ill at ease. And for some of you, it might feel a little bit like, oh, this is hopeless. I don't even know how I'm going to get through this, whatever. Like, or, oh, if I have one more thing on my plate. They're saying watch it. You can get through whatever occurs for you. Not that anything bad is going to happen. We're not saying that, but I'm just saying for some of you, if you start, giving over to some of the stressors of life, just know that I know this is cliche, but it is happening for good reason. And try to really tune into the wisdom. You can even ask yourself, contemplation time, why is this all coming up now? What sparked it? Give it some serious thought, okay? And I would even encourage some journaling around this time. And this is, they're saying it is coming up for a lot of you to just look at it and release it, all right? Make peace with those you have to make peace with. Heal relationships. Balance the energy within you, and try to stay as positive as you can without doing that fake positivity thing. Okay, we're not encouraging people to be inauthentic. Some people overcorrect, right? And they just pretend like things aren't there and they're not occurring when they actually are. So I know it's you having to strike a balance between everything, right? But it will just face it, cleanse it, heal it, and then don't wallow in it, okay? And just move on. So you're not carrying any baggage into 2015, okay? So there's your message for December. Let's see what the year ahead has for you. All right, let's see what your message is for 2015. Ooh, I had two cards want to come out. So those, when we turn them over, I'm going to turn them over together because it came out together. So there must be something sort of tying those messages as one. Now I'm approaching this as one story for the whole year, but you can break it down quarterly if you're more comfortable with that. Okay, what we got here? Uriel, friendship. Haniel, integrity. All right, so let me give... Almost flipped over the other one. I'll give you the Uriel one first. So this is friendship. Okay, so if people are not good to you, time to let them go. All right? And you're making space in your life oh boy, okay, so they're telling me that this is part of your ascension in 2015. Things are finally breaking for you. All right? And it's been that way for everybody, especially since 2012. Everyone starts awakening. We're trying to go on this path. We're fighting people who aren't there with us. But now you're coming together with the right kinds of souls. You're seeking one another out. Old relationships, again, might fall away, but you'll be okay with it. And do it with love if that starts to occur. But really start reaching out to people who mean something to you. For some of you, this is not letting pride get in the way of something that you really want. So if somebody has, as you perceive them, they've hurt you, or they haven't lived up to your expectations, or you're just really disappointed in them, you might not have all the facts, all right? There could be a beautiful friendship waiting for you somewhere, and you just have to not be afraid, and you just have to reach out and make it happen, all right, for some of you. And yet for others, this is a reminder to think about how blessed you are that you have so many wonderful people in your life, and make time for them this year, okay? Now this card came out with it, and it's Haniel, and integrity is the card, and there are scales there. So again, that's why I kind of came up with that message of make sure that your friendships are balanced and that they're trustworthy, okay? And that the people that you're around are standing in their integrity. This is you also standing in your own integrity, and again, for some of you, dropping whatever game maybe somebody tried to pull you into, or not believing everything that you hear. Okay, really give some serious thought. Have you jumped to some conclusions about people in your life, and maybe that's not exactly what was going on? Yeah, Haniel is saying it's time to find balance, okay? And strike that balance between you and others. And that's what it feels like. There's like this connected kind of thing. There is a message coming up. Again, this is a general reading. So for some of you, this will be, maybe you felt like you got an unfair judgment, or because we have the scales in this card, or someone judged you unfairly. You might reach out to that person and say, I want to know where you got that information from. I want to know why you thought that way about me, because it's not true. All right. But whatever it is, it is a time for you to stand up and say, no, that's not who I am. This is me. And, I don't appreciate being spoken about that way. Really, yeah, not hiding anymore and coming up and standing up for yourself. And hold on, let me just there's a lot coming in. Let me just get this full thing. Okay, so some of you will be carrying into 2015 some events that even happened years previous. You're carrying this thing with you. And I think 2015 is this beautiful time where you're like, you know what? No. I'm going to face it. I'm going to do whatever I got to do. Or you just, you unload it, basically. But again, in some situations, that could lead to a firmer understanding of one another and really strengthen a friendship or bring a friendship about. It's a really beautiful thing. I know it could play out a lot of different ways for a lot of different people, and there's a lot of different stuff coming through, but I'm sure you'll know how it fits into your life. Jophiel, joy. And this is what you're working towards, guys. That's why they're saying go ahead and balance all of this energy out. Stand in your integrity. Stand up for yourself. And watch how your heart just lights up with joy this year, because because what's happening is you're coming out of the old and you're going into the new. And you're starting to see that. Yeah. So don't get hung up on, oh, I'm going to have that love that I've wanted. Well, maybe. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. Of course it could. But this is a deeper kind of joy. This is, I understand life kind of joy. All right? So we're not staying on the surface. We're going deep. This is potentially for some of you, I've found the love of my life, and I understand them on a soul level. Or I understand higher wisdom, and now I carry that with me. And I know what my mission is here in this incarnation, and I know what to do, and I know who to do it with. Okay? It's a beautiful card. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so the next card, let me just, you guys got all this stuff coming up. So Haniel is the next card, and it's willpower. Yeah, but so plowing ahead, not taking no for an answer, really standing up and being who you are. We've been saying that's a big message for you in 2015, but look at what that is. It's a whale, okay? And this was a dolphin. And for those of you who know about ancient wisdom and other realms and dimensions and all this good stuff, whales and dolphins are associated with, they're supposed to be higher vibrational beings who are here to sort of help us along. And so they carry a certain amount of wisdom. So this is the wisdom that's already inside of you if you want to tap into it. Okay? Very cool year, a year full of joy. Yeah, again, they just keep coming up with that wisdom and finally seeing things in a different way, understanding why things happened the way that they did, and coming to a place of joy and love and beauty. Okay, so there it is. The last thing I would like to do is offer a blessing for a beautiful 2015 to all you Cancerians. My hope for you this year is that you have all the love, all the peace, all the prosperity and abundance that you've always wanted and that has always been available to you. And I do hope that you make peace in your heart with anybody you've had conflicts with, and that you come to a deep place of knowing and understanding. I'm sending you all my love. Have a great year, guys. Take care.